Hi everyone, in this video I'll talk about how, right now, we're in a critical situation for Bitcoin. We're about to have a death cross, and we'll see what this could mean for the market and for the ongoing bull run. I'll also talk about another key point. As I mentioned last time, the 50-period moving average. We'll look at everything without jumping to conclusions or making hasty assumptions, so make sure to stay from start to finish, because this is really important. Welcome to my channel guys, Pierre here. I've been analyzing Bitcoin and the crypto market since 2020. Here, you will only find clear, accessible signals and valuable insights for everyone. No hype and absolutely no fluff. Subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated, because this is what makes the difference between losing out or seizing opportunities. Comment below what you'd like to see in upcoming videos, and drop a like to help me increase the quality of the channel for you. Ready? Let's go! As you can see, Bitcoin hasn't managed to break through the resistance line around $106,000. At the moment, we're having a pullback and it's moving sideways. We'll see where this price could lead us. I'm still confident that we could break through and move toward $111,000, also because there's a lot of liquidity around that level. But I have to warn you right away, there's going to be another strong resistance, since we also have the resistance from the two moving averages that are getting closer together, and, as we said at the beginning, they're crossing downwards. Unfortunately, analyzing the death cross that's about to happen, we can see that usually, in a bullish market, even when we cross downward, we've had the strength to climb back up, like this time, and also the previous one. However, for example, at the end of the last bull run, there was a downward cross, and that marked the start of the bear market. Honestly, right now I'm a bit less bullish than usual, because I see this as a possible end of the bull run if this happens. Obviously, we need to take many other metrics into account. But this is something to watch closely because it's very important. In both the last bull run and the one before that, it signaled the end of the cycle. As for the 50-period moving average on the weekly chart, we can see that it's currently holding the price. However, it's really important to maintain it, because if we were to lose that, along with the death cross, we could get a very strong signal of the bull run ending. So let's keep an eye on it and try to hold these price levels, because it's crucial to maintain them. If we want to look at a positive note, there's some big news. An agreement has been reached that will put an end to the longest shutdown in US history, and this is very important for the markets and for Bitcoin. I also want to briefly point out this post by Dalio, without going too deep into it, otherwise we'd take too much time. But it's very interesting, so I recommend reading it. In short, it shows that when the Fed lowers interest rates, as it's doing now, in an overheated market like this one, we risk entering a huge bubble, because we're heating up markets that are already overheated. In the short to medium term, this can benefit the markets, including crypto, but in the long term, it could lead to a massive bubble, like what we might be seeing with AI, which is at all-time highs, along with the Nasdaq and the S&P 500. These could rise further in the short to medium term, but later, we might see a major bubble burst. Going back to the metrics to watch, let's look at this post on X, where it's pointed out that whales holding between 100 and 1,000 Bitcoin are accumulating. However, long-term investors, the even bigger whales holding more than 10,000 Bitcoin, are distributing to the market, and that's not a great sign. We can see that when whales between 100 and 1,000 Bitcoin accumulated, prices went up. But the bigger whales are currently distributing slightly. Those holding between 1,000 and 10,000 Bitcoin are also behaving similarly. So yes, on one hand it's positive, but on the other hand, I see it as a slightly negative sign. We also see that short-term investors are in capitulation, meaning they're in loss. We've seen before that when short-term investors were capitulating, prices later recovered and moved higher. But we need to consider everything we've talked about in this video, so we'll see how the market evolves. Finally, I wanted to show you how a BlackRock executive said that Ethereum is the new infrastructure of Wall Street. From this, we can see how besides Bitcoin, Ethereum, the second most capitalized cryptocurrency in the world, is entering more and more into the world of Wall Street and the global financial system. That's all for today, guys. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.